and then you put, recoded doesn't add or subtract. 3D definitely subtracts from the story score. A lot. Get that.
All Kingdom Hearts side games have one purpose. To explain all of the holes in the plot. Now, when you do this, I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing. I'm going to say that if you do this, you need to do something very important that is crucial to the success of making sure that these things don't turn out to actually make more holes in the plot. And that thing that's very crucial is making logical claims that make sense.
Well, why would you try to explain the holes in Swiss cheese?
And at the current moment, there are too many things going into Kingdom Hearts 3 that, regardless of what you do by looking at the side games or the main game, make no sense.
We've rambled before about the confusing time travel rules.
Oh God, don't get me
Hey
started.
Brian, the only other explanation for Xemnas not being able to use a Keyblade is bad RNG.
I mean, that's just the thing, though, Sean. There is no explanation. He just can't.
Can't he?
I don't know, Sean. If Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out and Zim just randomly whips out a Keyblade, I'll be even more pissed off.
Because, well,
He can't be more pissed off.
I am neutral right now at the fact that he can't.
Because,
And that there is no explanation to why he cannot.
And speaking
If
of
Kingdom Hearts 3 happens and he just randomly does it, I'm going to be pissed.
Speaking of neutral,
Brian will be done.
Speaking of neutral, to talk about something different, like if you want a convoluted story, I have a question. Are all of the SMT games canon to each other? Because if
Yes.
they are...
Yes.
No one knows.
For the most part.
Then I have a question. How...
Vortex World.
Correct. what he said.
Well, yeah. I mean, if yes, then Vortex World is the answer to your question.
What I was going to ask is, why does this world keep having an apocalypse every other Thursday?
Vortex World.
Okay, I guess.
Literally, the explanation to how all the games are canon are Vortex World. Because Vortex World literally is an answer that works. Like, Brian, you got the explanation on Vortex World, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does Vortex World not answer any of those questions?
It definitely answers the majority of them.
So, I mean, yes, they can all be canon if Vortex World.
Yeah, if Vortex World.
If not Vortex World, no.
Or...
But, I mean, if in that same logic, if Vortex World, Persona, and SMT are the same canon.
Well, SMT 3 is canon to Digital Devil Saga because the Demi Fiend is a super boss in that game.
That is fact.
You are factually correct.
Because that is literally the neutral ending world.
Correct.
It's a...
Digital Devil Saga happens because of SMT3.
That is its own convoluted mess.
My favorite part about that is when you fight him, the music that is playing
is
is
the regular battle music.
He just sees you as fodder. It's the regular battle music from SMT3, which then this also means that all the SMT games are also canon to Devil May Cry, because Dante is in SMT3.
SMT3 featuring Dante
From the
Devil
Devil May
May
Cry
Cry
series.
series.
Which would then also make most of the Capcom library canon to...
Look, that, if Vortex World literally could say everything is canon. Everything. Mario is canon in SMT because Vortex World.
I'm trying to think if there was ever a time something from an Atlas game appeared in something Nintendo did.
At the moment, no, other than...
But watch out there. Roxas might go through the brain.
Like, the closest thing is the fact that because Platinum Games was the people behind, like, Devil May Cry...
Oh yeah, that's another thing. If we're stretching this as long as we possibly can, Bayonetta and Devil May Cry are canon to each other, and a Chain Chomp is in Bayonetta 2. So therefore, Mario is canon to SMT. I want to see how quickly... I want to see how long we can keep this up.
Hey,
Quickly, throw out more bullshit!
Hey, Brian. Vortex World explains it, right? I mean, do you understand the Vortex World?
Oh, good lord.
It literally says that every reality exists and dies because, you know, it has to. And then when it dies, it has to be reborn.
And isn't the
and
only...
once it's reborn, a new universe is created.
Isn't the only other spin-off that's canon to the mainline games A Strange Journey?
I mean, if you want to get technical, SMT, main SMT games are the numbered games and Strange Journey, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to get super technical, most people say that Persona and SMT are all canon. Although, apparently it is fact that every Persona game and SMT are all in the same canonicity.
So let's just say canon.
Yeah, same canon. Because Shin Megami Tensei is the beginning of the Persona canon.
And then Rod just realized he had a giant
Persona
key.
games exist. Which means, I mean, if they wanted to, they could basically...
It's the key to the mansion.
The Keyblade opens any lock.
Could a Keyblade unlock the lock?
Brian, Kingdom Hearts 1 established that. The Keyblade can open any lock.
Again.
Then could a Keyblade unlock...
But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know who he is.
If a Keyblade...
But he remembered Sora doing it, so he gave it a try.
If a Keyblade can open any lock, could a Keyblade unlock the stand of the lock?
Ha! He made a JoJo reference.
My favorite thing about the English changing the one stand to worse company is the guy has bad co written on his jacket. His like giant jacket thing has bad co on it, and all of the soldiers have BC on them.
They just had to change the name, not the animation.
Why did...
Killer Queen!
If it was for kids, they would have changed the animation, but I still want to know, why did they have to change it to worse company?
Worst company.
Why did they have to change it to that? Bad company is just a thing. No one owns that.
Shining Diamond?
You just gotta change in case it comes up, because copyright is dumb, Gerson. Copyright is dumb. And the Kingdom Hearts story is a very convoluted mess of retroactive canon to get out of
SMT is worse.
I mean, realistically, Vortex World would explain this way better.
No, that's putting a band-aid over it.
I don't know. What do you mean? What's the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts story? Band-aiding shit.
Retroactively band-aiding shit to retroactively band-aid what you retroactively band-aid.
I mean, I would
like I said, I'm sitting over here. I'm poking holes.
Hey, you know what would have been better?
What?
Is if Xehanort specifically had the power time travel.
Fair enough.
That would have made more sense.
But he doesn't.
He does not. You are correct.
But then that would have opened up more holes if you gave someone the ability to time travel at will.
No, I just made him OP.
And that's why that would have opened up more
holes.
Because if he could have time traveled at will, there shouldn't be a fucking plot.
No! There is a way that would have worked. Same time travel rules.
I mean, it would have basically made it his stand.
You mean those same time travel rules that he's already broken?
That.
I mean, yeah.
No, but it would have been.
Xehanort literally says the time travel rules about how there's no future, so you can't time travel to it. You can only time travel to the present. But if you're young Xehanort, how are you time traveling to? You can only travel backwards in time from the present. But young Xehanort is in the present, which is his future.
Oh, so it's like the Goku Black Time Rings. It can only go back, even though he finds a way to ass pull it going forward.
No,
wasn't it the other way around?
No, the time rings go...
They can only go forward, but he finds a way to ass pull it going back.
No, you're forced back to where you started. You can't stay in the future. That was the time ring rule.
Goku Black is fucking dumb.
Correct.
So is the time travel plot that Kingdom Hearts established.
It's
correct.
Like
I mean, the best thing Kingdom Hearts can do for going forward is just sweep time travel under the rug.
In case anyone completely...
You can't hide an elephant under a carpet.
You can try it, though.
In case...
No, it's not just an elephant, it's a horde of elephants.
In case anyone Beyond Mist, Dream Drop Distance, and the convoluted time travel rules that Xemnas and like Xehanort in and of himself do break, you can only time travel to a time period that you have a body in, and you're not supposed to be able to time travel to your future. However, he pulls younger versions of himself to himself, and it's also kind of implied you're not supposed to exist in the same timeline as yourself, because it's kind of supposed to be you're taking over your own body, but he's just pulling bodies to himself in the future. However, when they go back to their normal time, they forget what they experienced in the future, but it's edged into their heart, so they just have a feeling of what they should do to achieve the future they time travel to that they shouldn't have even been able to reach. So when young Xehanort goes back in time, he has this vague feeling of what he should do, and he's not sure why he feels he should do this thing.
Time travel is bullshit.
Yes, like Brian is down over there.
This scene is stupid.
Name a game that has...
You wanna know why this scene is stupid? Again, about what I was saying before from the original point. This game was made, this scene was not dumb. Now that we are progressed in our creation of this franchise, this scene is stupid.
Name a game that...
Why is this scene stupid? Because as far as we're concerned now, Roxas likes Shion.
Name a game that
Maybe because you
handled...
remember Shion.
She's not in the game.
As far
Is
as
she not going to be in the game?
I don't know
Is
yet.
she not on the cover art beside Roxas, and Namine is over there at the bottom of the damn screen by herself?
Name a game that's handled time travel well.
Chrono Trigger.
That's cheating.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That's like saying Doctor Who is cheating when you ask me what kind of TV show is it? What kind of movie or whatever has handled time travel well?
Doctor Who is a TV show.
I know what it is. I mean, that's like saying if I say something that's, based around time travel, it's cheating.
Like, that's the problem, Carson, is that when you say those words, the first thing that comes to mind, Chrono Trigger. And like I told Sean, man, you trying to say you can't have time travel in a game, but Chrono Trigger, yeah, Chrono Trigger worked. Everything else, not much. Never. Almost always gets nothing more than a thumbs down from me.
You know why Chrono Trigger is designed the way it is? Because when they were making the game, they wanted time travel to be part of the story. But while they were writing the story, they realized time travel left their story full of plot holes. So instead of ignoring it like it didn't exist, someone suggested, what if we split the endings based on certain time events, and what if we make certain time events change certain time events? And then they were like, that's good. That'll fix the plot holes. And that's basically what made Chrono Trigger. Because they realized they couldn't write a time travel.
So the whole thing about time travel is that time travel shouldn't be inherently bad. The issue is no one wants to take time and sit and look at what they've done and see if it actually makes sense.
Hey, imagine if...
Look, let me tell you something about time travel. You know why time travel gets really dumb? Time travel gets really dumb because one, you have to make a way to time travel first. Two, you have to make a way to time travel without making things ahead of time traveling sound dumb.
I was gonna ask if you guys thought the time-traveling plot in Okami was dumb, but I remembered you two haven't played that game to that point.
Plus, that's also one of the few good instances of it, because it doesn't do anything that can fuck with the main canon. That's
That's not entirely true.
Oh wait, I realized the one thing, which might be what the game's implying, which that's the case, and that kind of makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just realized what I was... For those who haven't played it, so... Don't really want to talk about...
Don't you time travel in like 3 missions in Bayonetta 2?
Yes. Yes, you do.
But Bayonetta's plot was also already inconsequential.
Marluxia.
When we play Okami, I
Him
can
and
ask
his low
them.
tier nobody.
So, like,
Low tier nobody, man.
why are these... Who designed these chairs like this?
Stemness.
What's the point of this?
What do you mean?
Why do they, like, gradually
What do you mean, man? They have work to do.
What are the chairs
They
the
have
number that they
off
are?
days.
It
And
was supposed to.
vacation.
It was, if I remember right, the higher up chairs were higher up numbers.
So it is the numbers they are.
The best fucking scene,
Yes.
which I can quote verbatim because of 358.
Will it work? If we can maintain the simulated town until Namine finishes chaining together Sora's memories.
What will happen to Roxas?
He holds half of Sora's power within him. In the end, he'll have to give it back.
Just dump him in the digital world. We'll sort out the consequences later.
Personality to throw off his pursuers.
Poor thing.
How long have we been recording and how long has it been
It's
taking?
the fate of a
We are 2 minutes and 37. We are 2 hours and 37 minutes in.
In my defense, I did not account for cutscenes when I said that.
Ignoring the raw-ass little startup prelude time I use for background noise control, where the video roll, I'm going to hard start with a good chunk missing, like I do when I edit. So,
Well, I forgot about cutscenes. It didn't take nearly as much time about cutscenes.
I said most people say cutting cutscenes down cuts it in half, basically.
Like, honestly, I've probably mostly been cutscenes.
yes, it has. But I can look at my editing raw time if I'm thinking about it and put text
Just-
on the screen or something.
Like, so whenever we get to the end of this, just put a hard stamp down that's whatever the final number of time was.
To be fair
No,
to
this is
Shine,
almost over, so that means about 2 hours and 30 minutes will roughly be the time this took, so that's not too bad.
ignoring whatever I cut out, and maybe some minor cuts, if I decide to cut around Sean looking at that Wikipedia for stat reasons. And I know I'm gonna cut our little, prelude to the intro is gonna be cut down a little bit. That's just how I edit, so. If we're counting the raw-ass game time of once it loaded and we didn't count the opening cutscene, like when Sean starts gameplay and when the Roxas portion is over, I can have like a time stamp notice of how long it was in the rolls. If I think about it, I'll just have to set a...
Simply amazing, Roxas.
Axel.
You really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered.
Alright, I guess you could say he's fired up.
Get ready.
Whoa.
This line.
Whoa!
Two.
I just remembered I could do this!
Why didn't he do it sooner?
He forgot.
That is the worst explanation.
He literally just got his memories
I'll make it all stop.
of Axel back and his memories of, being able to use this...
I love how Kingdom. I love how with Kingdom Hearts 2, they're like first idea. How do we improve a sequel? 2 Keyblades. Unfortunately, they didn't decide.
Wait, did you put Scan on, or does he just have his health bar for no reason?
No, he put Scan on.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Damn. Oh, come on! Okay. Jerk! Oh yeah! And if you notice, his 2 Keyblades are Oathkeeper and Oblivion.
It's not like those 2 are important or anything.
You get on their bad side and they'll destroy you.
No one would miss me.
That's not true.
In case anyone's wondering about the 2 the 2 Keyblade thing is interesting because that's a specific ability to Roxas. He can naturally will 2 Keyblades.
Let's meet again in the next life.
Because reasons.
Yeah, man.
I'll be
Hey,
waiting.
we want to add to your list of questions. Why can Roxas use 2 Keyblades?
Silly.
Sora needs
Just
special
because
clothes
you
to do
have
that.
the next life.
Wait! Man, like, I'm just gonna retroactively ask Paul, Roxas can use 2 Keyblades because he's Sora's nobody, but he's also Ventus.
Hey,
Stop.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that.
Stop.
Come on, man. There's worse explanations.
Brian is done.
It was just,
There you go! It's because he's Sora and Ventus, he gets 2 Keyblades.
Better question.
and
Why-
Xemnas gets none.
That's probably because...
Yeah, Roxas took his other one.
Hey, man, I think the bigger question is, why can't Ansem use a Keyblade? I don't mean Ansem, I mean Ansem. As in, Xehanort's Heartless.
But I thought he did.
No!
Who was the old guy in Birth by
That's
Sleep?
Xehanort.
Oh.
Xehanort's Heartless.
At last,
Why can't it use a Keyblade?
Again.
It has Xehanort's heart.
chosen one.
Who are you talking
Again.
to? Me?
What happened to Planet
Sora.
Sora's Heartless to use a Keyblade?
To half of Sora's
Sora's Heartless
force.
didn't have a heart.
I mean,
You reside in darkness. What I need is someone who can move about the realm of light and destroy Organization 13.
Why? Who are you?
I am a servant of the world. And if I'm a servant, then you should consider yourself a tool at best.
Was that supposed to be a joke? 'Cause I'm not laughing. Ugh.
My apologies. This is only a data-based projection.
I'm hanging out in the real world, you're just in the computer. Like, the 2 Keyblade thing is just a power that Roxas can just do. He can just use 2 Keyblades.
I mean, he does it in 3, apparently.
Of course he does. He did it at the end of 358. In that final mission, you get the
I
just
hate you so much.
You
2
should
Keyblade
share some of
things.
that hatred with Sora. He's far too nice for his own good.
No! My heart belongs to me.
No, it doesn't.
Sora. You're lucky. Looks like my summer vacation.
Vacation? Over. Dun dun dun. Title drop. It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, is there a time travel plot that you personally think is really good? If so, what is it? Like we said in the video, Chrono Trigger is a really good example of a video game with a good time travel plot. But this question is about time travel plots in media, so you could answer with a time travel plot from a TV show or a movie or a comic book or something. Chrono Trigger really is a very good example for good time travel, but I'm sure there are some other ones, so it's why I asked. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave some comments. If you want to keep up with our videos, hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell. And if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. See you all next time.